listen to what Mr. Nolan just said, he used words like indicates, perhaps, inferred, gist of. That's not what the charge is. You don't get to infer a gist. You don't get to get your take on it. There has to be evidence. And I suggest to you that this case started out poorly from the very beginning when Detective Coley made an assumption. And you'll recall his testimony, and you'll recall my opening statement when I told you that's what was going to happen in this case. And sure enough, Detective Coley, at approximately 32 minutes into tape number 2, or CD number 2, Miller says, I told you I called the Ethics Commission. Coley, you did, but you didn't tell me when. And you said I called the Ethics Commission and everything was okay. That's probably my fault. That's Coley saying that. That's probably my fault. I assumed you called the Ethics Commission. That's probably my fault. I assumed you called the Ethics Commission prior to. And Mr. Stanton cross-examined him. He says, Miller told me, and he used the word sounds okay. And he even said that. He said it right there, sounds okay. The state of Ohio is trying to suggest to you that Mr. Miller deliberately lied, deliberately made a false statement with purpose to hinder an investigation by saying they said it sounded okay. And they want you to isolate that one word, okay, and you make an assumption that that's a lie. He says, well, when did you call? I don't know, it was before the contract, 2 weeks, March or May. Okay? Well, he got part of it right. He got the month right. Okay? But he comes back the next day, unlike the witnesses for the state of Ohio, and say, hey, look, I made a mistake. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. That's hindering. That's with the purpose to prevent an investigation. What happened between the 19th and 20th that he hindered? Nothing. They interviewed Jose. What did he hinder between the 19th and the 20th? Even if you want to believe that he made a false statement, a purposeful false statement, with the purpose to hinder this investigation, what did he hinder? But ladies and gentlemen, whatever you do in this case, don't apply one standard to my client, Craig Miller, and another standard to these gentlemen. Mistake? I don't think so.
Objection. Sustained.
Well, he said it was a mistake. And I don't think so.
Objection. Sustained.
When you return to the jury room, I simply ask that you use those same faculties that you brought to this courtroom with you, and that's your common sense. And apply your common sense to the facts and the rules and the law the judge gives you. And I'm convinced when you do that, you'll agree with me that Craig Miller's not guilty.